Another spectacular way to lose. All right. This is, yo, you know.
Jim Cornette just destroyed Ricochet by calling him and his AEW buddies trampoline friends stealing money from a rich kid. Triple H fired back at critics, saying WWE relies on old stars by revealing a bombshell about the roster's future, and Penta dislocated his shoulder on Raw in a scary moment that could have ended way worse. But wait until you hear what WWE had planned for that match all along. Welcome back to your home for explosive wrestling news that matters. 3 massive stories just dropped that have the wrestling world divided. Jim Cornette and Ricochet went to war on Twitter after Will Ospreay endorsed kids wrestling in their living room, and Cornette's response was so brutal it's trending everywhere. Triple H addressed the elephant in the room about WWE's aging main event scene in a complex interview, but his answer might surprise you. And Penta suffered a legitimate injury during his last time is now tournament match against Solo Sikoa that forced WWE to stop the bout. But backstage reports reveal the shocking truth about what was supposed to happen. If you haven't subscribed to Alpha War Room yet, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because this Twitter war between Cornette and Ricochet is about to get even uglier. Let's start with the Jim Cornette explosion. Will Ospreay, who's currently recovering from major neck surgery, reposted a video of kids wrestling in their living room and outdoor patio. He wrote, "I fully support this." That's when Cornette pounced. He fired back. He says from his hospital bed after major surgery, "Kids keep trying this at home." The shot was aimed directly at Ospreay's dangerous wrestling style that led to his neck issues. But then Ricochet jumped into the fight. The newly crowned AEW National Champion, who just won the title at Full Gear, clapped back at Cornette with, "Didn't a bunch of the old school guys have knee, back, hip, neck, and all other types of surgeries and injuries? Weren't they working smart? You sound dumb as shit." And that's when Cornette unleashed hell. Cornette responded with one of the most savage burns in wrestling Twitter history. He wrote, "Many did, simpleton. Came from taking bumps as pros and getting paid for them, not getting flung off roofs into parking lots for free as children, like you and your trampoline friends who claim to be pros but are stealing money from a rich kid to put on your own jackass shows." The rich kid reference? That's Tony Khan. Cornette basically called Ricochet, Ospreay, and the entire AEW high-flying style a fraud that's stealing money from Tony Khan's family fortune. But here's the kicker. This isn't even the first time Cornette has buried Ricochet online. Back in June, after Cornette criticized an AEW botch, Ricochet asked, "Who cares what he thinks?" Cornette destroyed him with a blistering comeback like this. "No wonder you're the king of comeback tweet deletion. Why didn't Tony hire you, your own writer too?" Ricochet has developed a reputation as an online troll who picks fights with legends and then deletes his tweets when it goes south. Now let's shift to Triple H, because his response to WWE's age criticism is going to divide the fanbase. During his complex interview, Triple H was asked why WWE keeps relying on older stars like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar, instead of pushing younger talent. Here's what he said. "When people talk about the business now and where our talent are at, yeah, all the top players are in top positions and they're a bit older. But the thickness and the depth of what is underneath them is what I'm most excited about, because the field is deep. This business is going to be in good shape for a long time." Triple H specifically name-dropped Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed as the future, but fans aren't buying it. They're pointing out that 50% of WWE's roster is over 35 years old, with the median age at about 34.7. Meanwhile, NXT's median age is only 28.4. The young talent exists, but they're not getting pushed. And finally, let's talk about Penta's injury scare on Raw. During his last time is now tournament match against Solo Sikoa, Penta hit a Hurricane Rana off the barricade and landed awkwardly on his left shoulder. He immediately favored it, and WWE medical staff rushed over. The referee called for a commercial break, and when they returned, the match was stopped. Solo Sikoa advanced by forfeit. But here's what nobody's talking about. Dave Meltzer revealed on Wrestling Observer Radio that Penta was never going to win that match. Solo Sikoa was always the planned winner, and WWE was always booking Sikoa versus Gunther for the semi-finals. The match was supposed to go 12 minutes, but only 4 elapsed before Penta got hurt. Bryan Alvarez reported that Penta dislocated his shoulder and wanted to pop it back in and continue wrestling, but the ringside doctor refused to clear him. Ross Sapp provided a positive update, saying Penta seemed fine as he went through the curtain backstage. WWE stopped the match as a precaution, and thankfully it wasn't as serious as it looked. Penta joined WWE in January after his and Rey Fenix's AEW contracts expired, and this was a scary moment that could have derailed his entire push. hit that like button, drop a comment on who won the Cornette versus Ricochet Twitter war, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more explosive wrestling news.
Sky unleashed in dominant force, none can hide. The challenge has begun with nothing to abide. Our right for reign cannot be denied. Claim the land, taking our stand.